today's video, we are reacting to black men were disrespected on live TV.
Oh my gosh.
Now I saw a little short snippet of this on TikTok, I believe. What happened was Michael B. Jordan and I forget the other actor's name. They were announcing something and somebody with Tourette's said the N-word, apparently, which I didn't know saying Tourette's would result in saying the N-word, you know. That's pretty crazy. But other than that, I don't know really too much about the situation. So let's go into this video and see what happened, you know.
So we are almost 3 months into this new year of 2026 and a lot has already transpired. Yesterday was the 79th anniversary of the British Academy Film Awards. At this ceremony, two black actors, they spoke, Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan from the Film Centers. Now, while they were talking, I want you all to listen very closely, okay?
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to celebrate the...
So while speaking, they were called N-word, B-word. On Black History Month, two black actors. Now here's the...
Like that one is insane. I forgot, it's still Black History Month. Well, we got about, what, 3 days left? I think, at the making of this video, let me see. Let me check. How many days? Oh, damn, we only got 3 more days left. You know, according to some people, my Black History Month ended at the 14th because, you know, I'm half black, half white, unfortunately. You know, but damn, getting called a nigga, oh, that's crazy.
Kicker, y'all. The person who said it, he has a disability. He got Tourette syndrome.
The man who called Michael B. Jordan the N-word today said this.
Sometimes my text, I'll shout the N-word, you know.
That can get you in trouble.
People misunderstand that and they see it as being racist. And that's one thing, I ain't racist.
You just can't control what's coming out of your...
can't control what is supposed to not be said.
But still, bro, out of all things that could have been said, nigga, the first thing you said was nigga? Come on.
It's very hard because if you're standing out there and you shout out the N-word or the B-word and someone's walking past, they're going to think you're just being rude or racist. Can it be triggered?
Triggers are a massive thing for Tourette's, being in a social space like this. Things like certain noises outside can trigger tics. Someone walking along the street that's maybe a bit overweight and I'm like,
Someone said, so we're overlooking disabilities now? Got it. It's like people learning about Tourette's for the first time ever. Give the man a break. Everyone's just making this...
Nah, bro, we can't cop a plea for this nigga, bro. Cause it's like a million, billion, whatever, how many words are in the dictionary. I don't know the exact count, neither do you niggas, so shut the fuck up. Anyways, there's so many words that could have been said. And again, it's like, bro, like, you mean to tell me during Black History Month, when 2 black men are speaking at a black event, the one word this nigga can say was nigga? You can't cop a plea for that.
Excuses for him. No accountability at all. He was able to speak right there, but he didn't apologize. He was just saying, okay, I have a disability. Okay, like, we understand that, but can you apologize? What are the odds of when 2 black people are up there, you just do that on accident? That is crazy to me. The way that they film these awards, it's broadcasted like later. It's not live. They didn't edit that.
Exactly. That's a great point. They could have edited that shit out. You know what I mean? So clearly they wanted that to stay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I swear I remember heard something about a Will Smith thing, something along those lines being cut out of some, I don't know the exact details of it. But yeah, point being is that they could have cut this out if they wanted to cut it out, but they chose to keep it in their post-production. That says a lot about the people that are running this shit.
Now, better yet, I bet you if someone would have made anti-Semitic remarks, it would have got cut out. But you know, these people do not respect black people. There's no repercussions. That's why trends like black fatigue was so big. Everybody can come together and talk down on black people. Nobody cares. They don't respect us. We the universal punching bag. It's like, oh, you do something to black people, cool.
And this was obviously very important for Tourette syndrome as well. Tonight, John Davidson was there. And in the broadcast, you could hear him shouting quite a lot and some words that people will have found offensive. But what would you say about that?
Well, first of all, they're ticks. He's ticking, and we have to understand that the way we perceive Tourette's is a joint responsibility. You know, it's not shouting obscenities. It's not being abusive. It's Tourette's and they're ticks. And so if it can lead to a deeper understanding of Tourette's syndrome and what ticks actually are, then I think if our movie is a part of that conversation.
All how ironic is it that this network is the BBC network? Pretty funny.
The fuck y'all looking at?
And that's a really incredible thing.
Once again, just no type of accountability. I hope that Michael B. Jordan, Delroy Lindo, they never go back to those awards. Okay, don't go back there. Any black actors, especially my black American actors, do not go back over there.
Hannah Beachler, who's the production designer on Sinners, who was at the BAFTAs tonight, has confirmed that the incident regarding the slur with John Davidson was not the only occurrence. She posted this thread onto Twitter. I keep trying to write about what happened at the BAFTAs and I can't find the words. The situation is almost impossible, but it happened 3 times that night. And one of the 3 times was directed at myself on the way to dinner after the show. And a 3rd time at a black woman. I understand and deeply know why this is an impossible situation. I know we must handle this with grace and continue to push through. But what made the situation worse was the throwaway apology of if you were offended at the end of the show. Of course we're offended, but our frequency and our spiritual vibration is tuned to a higher level than what happened. I am not steel. This did not bounce off me, but I exist above it. It can't take away from who I am as an artist. I genuinely...
Ooh, that's a beautiful response, right? No, that is a great, mature, classy response. I love that for her.
hate this for the entire Sinners team. The fact that they were subjected to this on and off camera is just abhorrent, and the BAFTAs need to post a public apology, as well as John Davidson, because you have half of the internet and damn near the whole country of Europe, because you have half the internet and damn near the whole UK calling black people ableist for not being okay with racism. The fact that this happened multiple times to the black people of this film is not okay, and I don't want to hear any excuses.
It's just crazy though. I really believe that the power of hate is very strong. I hear countless stories of, black caretakers, and they're watching over these white elderly patients. They're like 80, 90 years old with bad dementia, can't remember their kids, their husbands, their wives, all types of things, right? But you know what they do remember? Their hatred for black people.
I'm a travel CNA, so I go to different facilities and work. And I remember I was working at one facility, right? And I was helping out this lady, and afterwards I went back to the nursing station to chill, and maybe like 15, 20 minutes later, she had came out of her room, came up to the nursing station, and was showing off some drawings she drew on her arm to the nurse. And I had peeped over. Y'all, tell me why this lady had swastikas, KKK, and love written all up and down her arm. Miss Ma'am, why? Had I known that's how you really felt, probably would have left that shit in your diaper all night.
You can't tell me racism isn't that deep, because why when they start losing all their memories, they remember that they hate black people?
Yeah, I worked at a nursing home at a dementia unit. I had a few racist incidents, but these are the two that really stuck with me. I was feeding this old lady at the table, and she was singing a nursery rhyme or whatever, and then she looked over at me and said, I said, "What you say?" She said, went back to her dementia state or whatever. But I said, y'all remember that y'all racist, but y'all can't remember y'all damn daughter name. Y'all can't.
That's a great point. Y'all forget y'all kids, y'all grandkids, y'all spouses, all this shit. You niggas remember, nigga. I mean, I will not. You know what I'm saying? And more than likely, I don't. To a lot of these people, bro, I don't think black people had that big of an effect. A random black person versus your own children are more important to you. Your random black people are more important are easier to remember than your children, bro. Think about that. That's crazy. Oh wait, fuck.
But y'all remember racism. That shit is way too deep for me. That's how it's giving a curse. It's giving curse to me. Like, it's giving a curse that was placed,
Obsessed.
right? And I don't really want to get that much power to it, but this is just my theory. And this other lady, she was like, yeah, I used to play with colored people all the time when I was younger, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, we really don't say colored anymore. We just say black people. She said, oh, I used to play with black people all the time. So, I feel like they have a little inkling sometimes. They like come back or whatever. But she was saying colored people. She remembers black people from her childhood, because that's what they really revert back to. And then they come back out of it sometimes and remember their kids, their moms, their dads, or whatever. But I'm saying, like, that shit is so spiritual to me. Like, these people are really out here to get our goddamn energy. You can't tell me no goddamn different, bro.
Well, we're going to end this video off right here. And I just want to say this to everybody watching. I will continue to talk about racism. I will always continue to buck against white supremacy. And none of you niggas will ever make me feel bad for doing it. If I can get the amount of people in my comments that tell me, oh bro, you're race obsessed. Oh, all you do is talk about racism. All you talk about is black and white. I always will. Everything is rooted in race. White folks made up the concept of race. And in 2026, bro, especially like younger black people, Gen Z, it's too many of these niggas that's just buck broken, in my opinion. They be letting their white friends say the N-word. They don't say shit against racism, bro. I'm trying to break that. Reason I started these channels is because of all of the anti-blackness I was seeing online. And in response to that, I was searching for other black people that talked out against it, and I didn't find that many. The ones that I did find, shit, they weren't that big. So now I have a platform, and now I'm gonna always do it. And I hopefully can inspire other black people to talk out about it.
You know what I'm saying? I salute Tony up for that. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit, you know? Like he said, especially too, because I found Tony up from his 2K videos, bro, and he popped off crazy when he started doing this shit, you know? So clearly, you know, this was a lot more of his call, you know? Clearly 2K, you know, saying like, guy was like, nah, Tony, I got something bigger for you. We need you to go out and speak on what you feel is more important. And I can't do nothing but respect that, you know? But with that being said, we gonna go ahead and end this video, man. I'll go ahead and catch y'all boys at the next one. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Every single sub is greatly appreciated. Until next time. Peace.